Ever had this frustrating experience after working for a couple of hours with the Syntakt? You end up with a pattern, sounds like this. And you're pretty happy about it, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool, I'm getting better at it. And then you switch to your reference track. Today I'm gonna show you how to go from this to this. Hi everyone, Solar J here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you first how to connect the Syntakt into Ableton, so to have all different separate tracks that you can pimp and beautify with the Ableton plugin and flexibility. And then we're gonna make each track sound good, both with the hardware and in Ableton, so that in the end you have some inspiration for your workflow for producing tracks. Release ready with the Syntakt. Let's go. Alright, first of all you want to load your Syntakt plugin and make sure it's connected with Overbridge so that you get sound in this track. And since we want to have the flexibility of using the Ableton plugins and your third-party plugins on the Syntakt sounds, what we want to do is to create a new audio track, put a utility plugin on top of it, because somehow this audio output is going to be quite low, and then change the input to first drop down menu Syntakt and second one Syntakt 1. Now we can disable this one, and what I do, I put this newly created track to input monitoring, so that whenever I press the track 1 trigger, I have sound here. As I told you, the sound is quite low, so let's give it like already like a 5 dB or something. And then we want to duplicate this 11 times to have 12 tracks at our disposal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, and now the tedious part of manually changing every of this track to the corresponding input from the Syntakt. If you know a better way to do it, please leave a comment below, because even though you can do it only once and save this as a template, I feel stupid every time I do this. Alright, well, we can also have our delay and stuff as input, and now we have all the sounds from the Syntakt coming into Ableton, and we can listen to them, we can play with them, and we can manipulate them with the flexibility of Ableton. So let's make a sequence with our kick, just 4 on the floor. I'm gonna make a dance track. And there it is. I love this sound, but it's quite long, has a very long tail. So let's fix that. Alright, and then I want to make a track in kind of A, and also add some more sub bass and a bit of overdrive. Alright, this will do for a start. Then let's go ahead and use track 9, one of the 4 analog tracks, to make our bass. And let's group this together into our low end group. Alright, for the bass, let's see what we have. You can choose either raw or dual VCO. I'll go for dual VCO. Make like a simple sequence, adjust the decay, maybe have this quieter, so it has this nana nana, and then play around with the waveforms. A bit of the tuning is gonna add some stereo width. Let's tune down it at the octave, one of the two oscillators. Give it a little bit of detuning. Overdrive never disappoints, and then of course a bit of low pass. So we want actually to have our kick at -12, so let's boost it a little. All right, and bass around there. Maybe give it a bit of width with some room reverb. Let's see the delay, how it works. Not bad, let's keep it. Alright, I think we need another kick layer, as this one is missing a bit of click, right? So let's try and hear. This guy is number 10, we have it here. We literally want only the click part. What I like to do is to do a bit of OTT to really make this low, the high end shine. But again, we are in Ableton, right? So we can do whatever we want. We can add an EQ, remove the low, boost the highs. Alright, this sounds like a nice kick to me now. And then a bit of drum bass to the whole low end group to make it a bit more thick. Cool. Usually I color my low end in red, and now we can move on to the snare. Let's call this snare, group it into the drum group, and maybe also put the clap inside there. So snare, clap. I have to say this already sounds quite good, but a bit of ambience that's never wrong. It's a bit too high maybe, and also let's remove the low end and boost me, find a frequency that we like. Here's cool. Maybe we do a bit of sound design very quickly. So body, more punch maybe. Nice. And the decay of the cloud. Alright, a bit more high in pitch, I like it. Cool. Usually I like the brown for the snare. Let's move on to the hi-hat now. Close hat. This is also by default extremely long. do something like this, and maybe record some automation on the volume to make it more kind of human feel. And also the decay. I don't like this wash thing. Alright, group it, and then it's time for the open hat. Nice. So again, we are in Ableton. Let's do a bit of house cleaning. Maybe put a little sidechain compression on the bass so that the kick can shine, and also put it here so that these hats start to dance a little. EQ, remove the unwanted stuff, boost it a little maybe, of course some nice verb. We call this cymbals, and we color it in yellow. Alright, I think now it's time for a comparison with the raw Syntakt sound. So check it out. This is straight out of the Syntakt, coming into a minimal mastering chain with just a limiter basically, and I think this is not doing anything either. So yeah, check it out. And now with all the Ableton beautification and mixing that we did so far. Quite a difference. Okay, now time to move on to the Arp. Oh, I said I would do this track in A, but I lied. Okay, now it's in A. Nice. Let's record this simple Arp thingy. Quantize, of course. Sound design, I know. Oops, I forgot the live recording on. Not bad though. You know what, I'm leaving it like this, I like it. Cool, let's group it into the synth group and use one of my favorites. This is a gem, guys. Valhalla Supermassive. It's a free plugin from Valhalla, and it has amazing sounds. I really love it. Cool. Let's move on now to let's put some chords as well, right? E minor and A minor. Let's put a bit of EQ on the whole thing. Just to avoid clashing with our low end. Boost a bit here. Alright, not bad. I like it. Okay, now let's move on to our lead. I really like the Swarm machine for this purpose. And yeah, let's give it song group, color this blue, and this is gonna be magenta. Alright, let's put again a supermassive here, because I love it so much, and see what we get. Oh, this is very wide, I like it. Pretty cool. Let's put, you know, 2 triggers here, like maybe an E and an A, and give it some 20% probability to happen. So it would sound like this. Again, we can use our sidechain to have this fancy effect. And then you can, you know, be creative, add some saturation maybe to this guy. Bit of sound design on the Syntakt, and now it's time to make it loud. As loud as our reference, whatever that is. Give it a bit of stereo width. Maybe we compress a bit before, so we have hopefully less strong transients, and we can push the track even louder. Oh wow, that's loud. Usually when I hit 7, I'm happy. Okay, so time for the comparison. You know, when you worked on the Syntakt only for an hour or so, then you might think, oh wow, this sounds pretty cool, amazing, I really like it. And then you listen to your reference track, and you're like, what the heck? This sounds so small, this sounds so thin. But then, when you put everything in Ableton, with all your groups, you get creative, you start mixing a little bit, then suddenly you get closer.